everyone. Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Sow and Tare. I'm Katrina. We do a live chat every Monday at 6 p.m. I've missed a couple because I've been moving. So I am moved. I am now in Douglas County, Oregon, on almost 70 acres. So yeah, I look pale. Hi, Verna. How about now? Is that better? Different lighting for a different room. Oh boy. Anyway, so in case you guys missed, I didn't pull it up. I didn't pull it up. In case anybody missed the um premiere that I did a couple weeks ago now. When was that? Oh, it's under lives. Just a minute. Here is the link for that. And you want to skip the first 20 minutes because it was live and I got it ready and I had a picture up ready early. So skip the first 20 minutes. That was the premiere, which I show you guys a little bit about the property. So anyway, let's get into it. Gotta scroll up. You guys were here. Oh, well, you guys were here well before me. Oh my gosh, Kelly was here at 4. Goodness. Hi, Kelly. Kelly is Feather Connections Homestead, and if you are going to QuailCon, Quail and Homesteading Con, which I will see you there, Kelly is selling T-shirts for that. If they are still available, I think they're still available this week, right? Verna, would you mind finding that link and putting it on there for people in case they haven't gotten T-shirts yet? I think this week is the last week for T-shirts, and I had mine packed, and luckily I remembered which bin it was in because I realized I was watching Verna's live on Saturday, and I realized, ooh, I know I packed it in a bin. I better know where it is. Anyway, I found it. All right. She says, hey, everybody. Can't wait to see you all very soon. Sorry I've been so MIA on all the lives. Been a busy farmer's market season and spent the rest of my time prepping quail egg jewelry for QuailCon. Awesome. Yeah, I've been missing on a lot of them too because I've been super busy too. So understand. Dawn's here. Welcome, Dawn. Dawn, did Kelly beat you here? And Verna's here. Verna is Vay's Place. If you are looking for to grow things in a small space, check out her channel, and you'll see her in blue with a little red. She's moderator. All right. Erin's here. Welcome, Erin. Welcome. Erin is Verna's going to be speaking at QuailCon. Erin's going to be speaking at QuailCon. Kelly's going to be emceeing QuailCon. Yeah, we're going to be just all over. All right. Verna says, I'm very excited about her first live in her new place. Yes. I don't know where I'm going to do it yet. So you guys, some of you know this, but I actually did do a live here. It has stuff on it right now. I'll show you. But there's my fireplace, and there's that little wood box over there. That's what I was in front of the other day, like a few weeks ago. But I don't have any things that face that way, so I'll be jumping around until I figure out where it is I'm supposed to be. This isn't the most exciting backdrop. I'm working on cleaning the walls with PST. Then I'll be priming and painting. It's going to be room by room, though, because I have stuff in here already, which also means my unpacking will be a bit delayed because I want to not unpack and then repack to paint a room. So I haven't decided on all the colors yet, but I got some paint swatches, but it was a little limited place I went to in town, so I might be going to a different town to get paint, especially since their paint mixer is broken. So there you go. Dawn just got back. Hopefully, you're back from something good. Welcome back. All right. PJ's here. Hey, all. Hey, PJ. Welcome, welcome. All right. Everybody's saying hi. Hello. Thumbs up, everyone, from Verna. Thank you. Oh, I wasn't late. I was on time according to my clock. Was my clock off like a minute? Dawn thought I was lost on those 70 acres. No, I did go for a walk yesterday, just on the lower part, but up to where the power poles are, and then along. I walked the whole width of the property up there. And yeah, I was going to. I'm trying to figure out an appropriate time because I want to do all the outside things, but I know I need to do inside things. Like that's where I am right now. I'm planning on doing a lot of outside things in the spring. There's some things I do need to do before the winter, I think, and that is to net over the chicken run area. And I don't know how netting holds or doesn't hold snow, so it may be an attempt that needs to be redone. I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. I'm pale. Did the lighting fix my paleness? I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. Aaron says, "Hey, stranger. Hey, hey. Is that Christina? Christina's here. Guido's Family Farm. Hey, friend. Hey, Christina. We'll be seeing you guys soon." Oh, probably lighting. Yeah, this is the only. Well, it's one of the fans. It's like a fan light combo that I didn't replace, and I at least need to replace the shade because the shade is it tries to do that whole mood lighting thing that no one wants. Yeah, where you can't see. There you go. I'm all right. Thank you, Verna, for getting that link. Welcome, TM. We're ready for QuailCon. Bean Farm's here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. Okay. Okay, Beam, you are coming. I know as a question. So you are going to be there. That is awesome. Say hi when you're there, and then let me know both names. That's the thing. When I see you guys, I gotta know your screen name because sometimes I don't know your real name, or if I know your real name and not your screen name. Anyway, it's funny. It's funny. Yes, PJ says everyone is important at QuailCon. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. PJ says netting does hold snow, so you still have to knock it off. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. I have the challenge, I will call it. The challenge I have is that I have this open air coop right now for the chickens. Chickens are in the actual, sorry, open air run. They're in the actual coop right now, and that's fine. The coop is actually almost as big as their space was in Gilroy, so as their whole space was. It's just they're probably a little bit more bored because there's nothing to watch except for each other. Back there they had the whole yard to look at. So they might be a little bored, but they're going to be in there for a few weeks to make sure that they know that that's home. In case they do end up getting out, they can go back to home. That's my worry because they have always been fully contained in, I think it was about 8 by 10, I think was that area. It was a little bit more than 8. I think it's about that. Was their previous area. So anyway, so they're in there. A ridiculous amount of nest boxes. I don't know how many. The original builder of this chicken coop must have had, I don't know, like 100 chickens or something. There's there's literally I haven't counted them. There's like 20 or 30 nest boxes. Like every chicken doesn't need their own nest box, guys. Let me turn the sound off on my phone. Um, yeah, but in the run itself is made with chicken wire, and it's somewhat deer fence. When when we cut into it to put rabbit hutches inside of that, 'cause that's where the rabbits are going to be, or they are right now. And that got left open in a few days until things got set, and they a deer got in there, and I walked up there and it scared it, and I tried to get it out, and it ended up breaking one of the wooden pieces at the top and getting out. Luckily, it got out and didn't get like hung up there. But anyway, it's chicken wire right now. The challenge is there are enormous trees, like huge trees in this open air. So I talked with an arborist friend of mine about how to appropriately attach netting to a tree, because what you don't want to do is girdle the tree. Because if you girdle a tree, it dies. So yeah, that is, I think we have a plan. I just need to figure out how to actually implement it, because I'm going to need like tall ladders and things. So yeah, that's going to happen at some point. All right. Lindemar, hi. Looking forward to seeing your new place. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, if you guys come up, you're welcome to come up. All right. PJ says, Bruce says hi. He's excited for Hugs for All. Bruce, I will give you another hug. Bruce was so cute last year. He came up and just hugged me because, of course, he knows me. I didn't know him, but I do now. And that's the thing. You guys know me. I may or may not know you based on whether or not I've met you in person or not. So you got to introduce yourself before you give me a hug. But yeah, he's cute. Christina's asking, are you planning on expanding the flock? Yes. So my three ladies, they are 3.5 years old, and chickens only lay consistently for a certain number of years. Now, how long does a chicken live? Well, the last chicken here from this property was 16 years old when she died. So, how often do chickens usually live? I don't know, but they can live at least up to 16. I don't know. Does anybody have an older chicken than 16? Anyway, so they are their laying is going to start kind of tapering off, and so in the spring, I was thinking about doing it this winter. I'm still might, if I reserve the right to change my mind. How about this? My plan was to get some chicks in, or chicks or eggs in the spring, like early spring, late winter, early spring, or sometime nowish, like after September, because I'm busy through September. And then keeping, raising up a few. So my plan was like 4 because I don't need that many eggs right now. I figure my first year here, I'm probably not going to make a foray too much into selling. And then I can add like that many each year is kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm really thinking like 4 hens. And then, so right now I don't have quail. I'll make a video on this eventually, right? Quail did not come with me to Oregon because I was not MPIP certified. I had to get my chickens a health checkup and a palorum test before they came up. If I were to do that with my quail, I would have had to do that with every single quail. Now with quail, the good thing is they're easy to start. They're easy to start. So I will tell you my general plan for quail, and I might not have quail for a little bit. So my plan is I would love to, and I need to figure out if there's permits, if there's not permits, I don't know this at this point. I would love to have a high tunnel greenhouse up on the hill somewhere. So of course I would have to, clear some area and have some trees in there that I would be on the edge of growing here. Now remember, I'm in growing USDA growing zone or hardiness zone 8B. I was in 9B. So that's just one cooler. And so I think anything I could grow there, I can grow here with protection, is what that kind of tells me. We do get snow here and all that, so that is different. And cold nights become cold days, whereas we're in Gilroy, cold nights warmed up. So like I never had to worry about, frozen anything, because if it froze, it would unfreeze as soon as the sun comes up. But I would like to do that and have quail in a high tunnel and have them pretty sparse, not have them dense in there, have them pretty sparse, so that it really is it feels more natural. And that way, that's my plan. So I have more details on that plan inside my head, but I'll be sharing that later. But that's my plan for quail, and I don't know when exactly that might happen. It all depends on the timing for that project and the permitting, if there is. Now, there's a whole lot less permitting that is needed where I am now than where I came from, but I don't know the rules. So I want to make sure I know the rules. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, so yes, I will be growing chickens. The chickens will be for eggs. It'll be slow going. Right now, the freezers are pretty dang full with rabbits, so I'm not concerned right now about that. Sometime September, sometime is when I'll start rebreeding the rabbits, and so I'll have rabbit meat for quite some time. So I'm not worried about that as far as raising quail for meat right now, but variety is nice, and so I will be doing that in the future. Hopefully in the spring is what my hope is. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully that answered your question. All right, Linda's here. Howdy, everyone. Howdy, Linda. We will see you. Linda's going to be talking too. And if you're not signed up for the breakfast, Linda, can you put information about when that is? And I don't know if Verna has that information for the link, or for anything. Anyway, just go ahead and put that information in there. On Saturday morning for Quail and Homesteading Con, Linda is hosting a breakfast. I'll be there. I know a bunch of people on here will be there. And we'll talk about quail. So it'll be fun. Yeah. All right, everybody's saying hi. Okay, Christina says oldest one is around 8. Oldest chicken. Yeah. Dawn says if you have chickens way too old to lay, like what do you keep them? Just pets? Yeah, so they're basically pets that poop breakfast. That's kind of what they've been for me. These 3 have been is pets. They have personalities. I spend time with them and all that. They are also useful for manure management now, of the rabbits and themselves, but they do a really good job at churning in rabbit manure into wood chips, and that becomes a really, really, really rich compost. So there's some challenges with that for where I have these animals, and the largeness of the area I have them in, the run they will be in. But I will be learning Yeah, and sharing that with you. But yeah, they're good at turning things. So yeah. Um, Verna says Google says chickens lives for 5 to 10 years, so that one was extra special. Yes, she was. Yep, yep. Verna says having the aviary in a high tunnel means you'll be able to grow greens during winter. Yep. Yeah, I got plans. All right, Linda says it's from 8:30 to 10:30 on Saturday morning. Gates open at my shire at 11. QuailCon officially starts at noon. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Good. And Verna says we have to be there at 8:30. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. I know Linda talked with Zach about that already, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on with me. I have been actually relaxing a lot. I was going to be washing the walls, like, and trying to get that done, and I still need to. But to be honest, I've been on for like the past year. I've been working on so many different projects. I've been working on Quail University, which I believe is done. I think Linda sent me some emails. I need to send you a couple other things, but we're basically done with Quail University Raising Quail in Aviaries course. And then, so I've been working on that. I've been working on looking for a place, found the place, all the stuff that goes with buying and selling a house. It has been exhausting. So I am glad that is finally done. And I'm finally in my new place and able to take a breather. And I've really felt relaxed here. And I realized that, sorry, I just saw a wildland fire truck go by. um, I realized that I haven't felt relaxed in a very long time. So I might need a little bit of relaxing before I start my projects. And I think that's smart to do. So yeah, no, I don't know how many ends you could burn a candle on, but that's how many I was burning. Awesome. So Linda says, yes, working on the final touches tonight and tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. I better respond to your emails then. She was emailing me as I was packing my house. I'm like, Linda, I will get back to you. PJ, yes, I'm totally moved now. I'm totally moved now. I did not get any cuttings. I did not have time. I did not have space. I am going to ask them if I can get some cuttings later. That's actually something I had in the disclosures is a plant list and all of that. And I said that I would hope to take cuttings before I leave. But even better is if I could take cuttings in winter, that would be great. I mean, it was not like written into a contract or anything. It was just like heads up, I'd like to do this if possible. So nice people. I expect they'll let me if the trees are still there. And yeah, I am finally here, all the way here. Anything I left there, I left there. Yeah. So I'm totally moved now. Not totally moved in, not totally unpacked, but totally moved. And I have a pantry. I have a pantry, guys, like a real one that's insulated and out of the house. Yeah. So there you go. Hey, Ed. Ed says, hi, everyone. Welcome, Ed. Good to see you. Yeah, good idea. Thank you, PJ. Thank you. Yeah. Steve, welcome, Steve. It says, glad you got moved and can relax for a bit. I think I needed it, honestly. Like I know, and I knew I was stressed. I knew I was overloading myself, but I also knew that there was an end point and I was going to reach it. And I know I've been telling you guys that I've been stressed, I've been tired, I've been this, I've been that. And yeah, that is that's why I was okay with it, is because I knew that these things had endpoints. I knew I had things I need to meet and do that. So yeah. Yeah. Verna says, Katrina, might take you a year to unpack. I don't think it's going to take a year. It's going to be dependent on when I get things painted. Because, like, well, in the other room, I did not move a lot of bookcases. I moved a lot of bookcases. I did not move all my bookcases because in the other room, I want to make that kind of a reading nook area. I think it's supposed to be like a dining room, but again, I kind of feel like I have a house again without a dining room, which whatever. It's it's like we have living room and family room kind of a situation, or a living room and a dining room. It's kind of a weird room. Um, anyway, and I know that I want to make my own bookcases, and I also know that I want to take down some trees here. So if I take down some trees here and have them milled, then I can make my bookcases. So the books probably will stay in there until I have the bookcase, but that's easy enough to work around. Yeah. Aaron says, "Look who came in late." Are you talking about Steve? What? He's usually sleuthing. PJ says, "I've been in my house over 20 years now and still have things packed." You better unpack. It says, "You going hunting this fall on your property?" Probably not. Number one, I've never hunted. I'm not against it. I just never have. Number two, I don't even know where to go to look into that. I know it's probably Oregon Department of Fish and Game. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. But probably not this year. Not unless someone comes to me and says, "Hey, you're allowed to do this. Here's your permit. Oh, do this." There are elk here. There are deer here. And bear, mountain lion. Not very many bear, I don't think. My neighbor I just talked with the other day, she said her husband came face to face with a bear at their shop door. And they scared each other. Oh, okay. Good to know. All right. Steve says, "Sorry, Aaron, just finished electrical troubleshooting to get electricity. Luckily, I'm here at all. Been doing it all day. Tracking down a short. Ooh, that does not sound fun." Dawn says, "For us, building this place, living in it, we moved as we finished each room. In the end, everything had to be unpacked to finish the last room." Yep, that makes sense. I do have everything labeled, so I mean, it's not a mystery as to what room it goes in, so that's good. Yeah. Ed says, "Steve, just lick the wire with a wire." I think he's meant to say lick, right? Just lick the wires, you'll find it. Yeah. PJ says, "If I didn't need, I probably won't by now." PJ, I looked in a like an old bin I had from, I don't know, had high school stuff in it, had all stuff in it. I had a bunch of stuff, and I was going through recycle. And I'm like, I should just dump this whole thing in the recycling. Well, I didn't. And I found my birth certificate. Yeah, the one with the footprints. So at least go through it before you toss it out. Yeah. JJ's here. Hey, everyone. Hey, JJ. Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, take the hunter safety course. Yeah. Yeah. I'm absolutely, if I do start doing that, I'm going to do it the safe and legal way. I know I'm a good shot. I know that part. I've never hunted an animal, but I know I'm a good shot. So, um, I trust myself with part of that. Yeah, gun safety course, all the safety courses, all the safety courses. Yeah. That's how I knew I had one. Oh, gosh, licking wires. Oh boy. JJ, always a warm welcome here. Unless you need to cool off, then it's a cool welcome. Steve says, if Katrina doesn't unpack, she will run out of clothes. No, here's the story about clothes. I have to hand wash for a while. So the laundry room has a washer and dryer, or had a washer and dryer when I came here. However, my freeze dryer went where the washer is, and the double stack washer dryer is supposed to go where the dryer is so that I could have everything in there. I did not know it was coming with a washer dryer. I thought that was not included. And so I bought the stackable one. And I bought it from Best Buy a month and a half ago. It was on sale. Was it a month and a half ago? 4th of July sale? Yeah, whatever that was. And I bought it, and I said, okay. I bought it from the Medford store in Oregon. And I said, okay, can I do this way? Can I have it delivered later? And he said, yes, it'll be in the warehouse. And then whenever you need it, just call this number and we can deliver it. We deliver to your area on Fridays. So that's another thing I have to deal with, being where I am. I'm between two major things, and I'm kind of in no man's land. So there's special delivery days for certain things. So I'm like, okay. And then I call last week and talk to some guy in a different country, because that's how Best Buy rolls. And apparently, no, he says that mine is being manufactured right now. Oh, that's nice. I got a phone call that said it was in the warehouse. So, what do you mean? They delivered my unit to someone else? Anyway, so yeah, September 6th is when I get my washer dryer. So until then, I will be hand washing. There you go. I mean, I could plug in the washer, I guess, and hook a hose up and do it outside. It's right outside the door. Might not be a bad idea. Anyway, yeah, there you go. It's actually not a bad idea. I have to think about that a little harder. All right. Scrolling up. Steve says my birth certificate is in the heaviest box. That's the box with the stone in it? I don't understand. Andy Rabbit says, hello, hello. JJ, happy to see y'all too. I've been gone for about a month, so too difficult to join in. You know what? We didn't have one on here for, was it 2 weeks? Because I was moving. So you didn't, you only missed the premiere, which you should go back and watch if you haven't seen it, because it shows you some part of the property. Like that? PJ says, I know I'm a good shot. I took all the hunting courses, never been hunting. Yeah, I mean, I've shot arrows in Girl Scouts and guns with my brother's Boy Scout troop. My dad had a work friend, and they called him Cannon Mike or Mike Cannon. I don't remember which. It's because he had cannons. He had everything legally and all that. He had a gun room. He collected from like way back when in history through till today, and like has everything's registered and labeled and all that. And we went out a few times with him, and so I've shot some pretty high powered stuff. Things you didn't know about me. Now you do. I've also shot black powder. So there's a black powder club my ex-boyfriend belonged to, and I went shooting with them. So I'm a pretty good shot. JJ says, I hunted turkey tail with good results. Does that count? You hunted the tail of the turkey? Like just the tail? What is turkey tail? Turkey tail, the fungus? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, JJ. Yeah. Yep. JJ says, oh, your person goes carved in stone. Got it. Steve, I'm slow tonight. What can I say? Sounds like the Flintstones, JJ says. Yep, turkey tail fungus. You know, it's funny. You said you hunted turkey tails, and whenever I hear something like that, like a tail of something, I always think of my cat growing up. Her name was Casper, and she went through a very high fever when she was little, and she came out of it with one crossed eye. So she actually did have mental retardation through this very high fever that she had. She came out with one crossed eye, and she kind of didn't make much sense. She was very cute, very loving, but yeah, different on the other side. And she one time caught a California quail, right? The native quail in Oregon, caught a quail tail feathers. She also caught a cottontail tail, just a little poof. So she wasn't that good at hunting. I think she caught at least 2 mice. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, Dawn says I have a manual clothes washer and plunger. I have my hands. You haven't had to use it all these years. You have a washboard I can borrow? Do you have thimbles too? Not what you play with? Thimbles? Thank you. I've been blessed. No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And it's funny because like I probably would still do it in the bathtub, but they're apparently the laundromat in town closed down a little bit ago. So there you go. Andy says I have my hubby. Okay. He does laundry, huh? That's good. Keep him around. Does he do dishes too? Oh. JJ says I had to hand wash for the last month too. Glad it was only my clothes. My goodness. Oh, Ed says I've bagged my share of deer. Really would like to get a hog. I don't think we have those here. I don't think we have feral pigs here. Not that I know of. I don't know. I'll find out eventually. Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't looked into that. I think people can hunt out here. I'm in the county, I'm not in the city, so that's points. Oh, PJ says my son is excited to get a hog in South Carolina. Yeah, pigs go feral when they get released or get, they escape. Pigs go feral very quickly. It only takes a couple generations for the thick hair and the tusks to start going. I just find that really interesting that it's that quickly. It only takes a couple generations. So, yeah. So we had thunderstorm here this weekend, and I got caught out there. I was feeding the rabbits when it started raining. That's what it was. And then I was going to go over to get the stuff from the garden, and I just ended up going over and doing it. and my whole back and my butt were soaked because I was like trying to lean over and stuff and all that. But it rained here pretty good. I don't yet have a rain gauge here, so I do need to get that. I'll probably do a video about that. I in Gilroy I reported for Kokoros, which is let me look it up. Kokoros. Mm-hmm. Copy. Paste. This is a really cool organization, and I'm going to get a rain gauge again with them. It's actually Weather My Way. Weather My Way. Or Weather Your Way? Weather My Way. Is that what it is? Weather Your Way. Weather Your Way is this official supplier for Kokoros, and you can get your rain gauge from there to become a rain gauge to become a precipitation reporter for Kokoros. And I'll do a video on that later. And it's pretty cool. You get to report the precipitation, and if there's special storm events, you can report those. And it all came out of, there was a small town, and I don't remember where. I think I want to say Colorado. I don't know why I want to say Colorado. It could have been North Dakota. But that is a town, whatever it was a town that basically had no warning. They didn't know a big storm was coming. And the whole town basically got washed out. And it came out of that. I think it's Colorado, because I think it's University of Colorado that started it, I think. Anyway, so people on the ground can report the weather, can report the actual things that happen. And then what can happen from that is the weather scientists can take that data and check it against their predictions, check it against what the radar actually said. NOAA is the National Oceanic, NOAA. NOAA, what do you stand for? National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And they are the ones that basically kind of send out the warnings and send out these other things. And there's a radar. The radar is the radar. It is what the radar is. And that goes out to different people, and different people can interpret it differently. So that's why, one weather.com might be different than your underground or your why can't I think of any of them? Anyway, there's different like weather apps and stuff like that, and weather stuff, local weather and all that. And they are interpreted differently because it's interpretable data. So what these weather station, what these rain gauges do is they provide on the ground evidence which can support or reject the prediction. So like, hey, we think there's going to be 2 inches of rain with this cell. It looks like it's going to produce this much, and you get nothing, or you get a foot. There's a difference there. And so it makes them better able to predict more accurately. And then also, if there is a big weather event, they can respond quicker, and they will, if enough people report in an area of a special weather event that is like, hey, we're getting lots of hail, hey, we're getting lots of, this is abnormal, then NOAA will actually put out an alert. So you're actually doing good things on the ground. I think it's a great idea. So I've been a part of that for a very long time. It was probably the same year I got my house. My dad's been a part of that longer than that. Yeah. Anyway, there's my ramble. JJ says, I just buy half a hog from the butcher. And PJ says, I grow my own. It was pretty, yeah, the thunderstorm and stuff. I sat out there for, honestly, once it started, most of the day. I'm like, I had made a list that morning. I'm like, I got the important stuff done. The animals are fed. I can just sit here. And then had Ringo all over me. He's such a lover kitty. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, JJ's neighbors would have a fit if you had Peggy's? That's no fun. All right, Andy has to hop off, get granddaughter ready for school tomorrow. Good night, Andy. JJ says kind of fun watching the earthquake page. There's been a lot of earthquakes lately, haven't there? I haven't really been paying that much attention to the news, but I have been seeing there's been several earthquakes. Yeah. Brenda says, if you get the weather set up from Ryan Hall, y'all, then you can be connected to the whole USA. Does he have a similar thing where he has like a weather station or something? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff, and his stuff is good. I just think it's important to have with the with the things the weather has been doing lately. I think it's extra important that we have on the ground observations to support um, any alerts and stuff. So like I know there's a hail pad. Let me turn this because I was yeah. Oh, and that's my water. that reflection is my water. Um anyway, it's an interesting concept to be a part of when you're on the ground weather reporting. So that's good. And Verna says it's a complete weather station you mount on pole. Awesome. My dad gave me a weather station, which he's probably going to have. He's probably going to have it set up on a pole. They're watching the place when I'm gone at QuailCon and the Heirloom Expo, so I might ask him to set up that. Yeah. James said, "Hi, James. Are you excited as I am for QuailCon?" QuailCon is absolutely exciting. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see people. I'm very excited to just be with people, not just with people, with you people, right? And I'm excited to talk to people and learn some things and share information. Yeah, absolutely. And PJ says Bruce is too, Steve. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do James and Bruce know each other? I think they've met, right? I think so. Oh, my dad was sleuthing. Tell me where to set it up. Hi. We have to figure that out. Yeah. You'll have to set that up and in a place that makes sense here. I should probably find out if I can put it on like the telephone pole. I don't know. Peter says, yes, last year they met. I thought they might. And Peter says, hi to my dad. Yes, Ed. Ed says, everyone have fun for me at QuailCon. Absolutely, Ed. I'm sorry you can't make it. And I mean, I'm glad I had a chance last year to spend the evening with you and Wendy and play games and talk and do a live. It was a lot of fun. So we are going to definitely miss you this year, for sure. And yeah, yep. Hopefully your health is on a good trajectory, and hopefully Wendy's doing good too. Yeah. Dawn, good idea. They should have fun for me too. Double the fun, Dawn. And Dawn, you'll be going next year, right? I'm hoping. Yeah. Linda says we'll miss you. Yep. Yep. We did have a great time, Ed. So at QuailCon last year, I did not get a whole lot of sleep because I basically stayed up with people all the time. But it was a lot of fun. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, a lot of talking, a lot of networking, a lot of figuring things out. Yeah. Yeah. Doing okay. Good. Good, good. Okay. Dawn says we shall see if the surgeries are successful enough. I'll be there for sure next year. Good. Good, good. Hopefully you are off and running, as they say. And if not running, at least walking. Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. Going tomorrow for chest x-ray. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. Um, good luck. That's all I can say, I guess. I am noticing that. Let's see. Does that even do anything? I probably should have put down the outdoor shade. That's okay. That's okay. Um, so things that I did and recorded, I started making spaghetti sauce. I did burn it a little, but it's just going to be roasted tomato sauce, the spaghetti sauce. So right now it's at the point it's in the refrigerator. It's at the point that needs to be blended, and then add the seasonings. Um, so that, and then I also juiced a ton of apples. Not really a ton, just a basket full. And that basket full of apples turned out a lot of juice. So I will be canning that up. I was thinking tonight, either tonight or tomorrow. I'll be doing that, finishing that. And it's nice. I just did it with the dropped apples, so I didn't even have to pick them off the tree. Yeah. Oh, okay, Dawn. You're in the midst of pre-surgical tests. Good luck. Keep yourself healthy, and hopefully they do it and finish, and that everything goes well. And Vern is back. I think what I'm going to do is very quickly go outside and put down the exterior shade because it's glaring a lot. So I will be right back. All right, it's one of those shades that apparently doesn't do much. All right, never mind. It didn't work. It's one of those shades that's like these little tiny sticks that go across. It's okay. It is what it is. Verna says I still haven't moved yet. Are you in the middle of getting things approved? Hopefully. Yeah, Dawn. I'm trying to stay out of the hospital with sick people testing. Yeah, man. Ed says, yeah, I have to doctor appointment through Friday. Haven't been out of my house in 3 months. Oh my goodness. Well, wear a mask to the doctor. That's my advice. Don't pick something up there. Yeah. Yeah, Dawn, that's what I was thinking. She says, Saverna, I hope you get to move pretty soon, and hopefully it's not during QuailCon. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I agree. I agree. And I hope it goes smoothly. Once you find a place, once it's done, once it's settled, I hope it goes smoothly. Yeah. Eric's here. Welcome, Eric. Why did the bird go to the hospital to get his treatment? um, yeah, many months inside it gets old. Absolutely, Dawn. Absolutely. At least you have plants inside. That's the plus, is you're growing plants. So that's a plus. Trying to think if I should move somewhere. The lights. Is the light bothering you guys? It's bothering me. Oh my gosh, Dawn, on purpose? No sunshine for 6 months or so at a time? Can you be by the window? Ed says if you're not using an N95 mask, don't even bother. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Oh, sorry, guys. Don't go into the light. Yep. Yep. You want to go into the light like that? Windows don't give you vitamin D? No, I mean open the windows. Like open. Fresh air and all that. Yeah, vitamin D is important. There's actually some sort of sensor, I think, up here. I learned the name of these things in school and then I forgot about them. But there's something up here that's the kind of where sunlight stuff goes in the best. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just repeating things that I learned at one point or remember that I thought I learned at one point. I'm going to try sitting differently. Let's try going over here. Let's see if this makes any difference at all. Any difference? Okay. Dawn says I live on vitamin D3 high dose. Can't go outside. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, Verna says to those people wearing hats all the time not getting vitamin D. I think they get it. I think some light goes through. I mean, some light goes through your shirts too. Um, yeah. It says Dawn. Yeah, I love to watch TV, so I'm good, and I like it in the dark. If it wasn't for the wife, I would rarely turn the lights. Aw, you're a vampire, huh? It's below your chin, so it's okay. So now you know where the sun sets over there in the summer. So I don't know where it spans to in the winter, where it goes in the winter. Yeah. JJ's back. Dawn says, I love the sun if I can get it though. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I know I've been spending a lot of time inside doing all the projects that I've been doing before moving, and just being outside is is therapeutic. You know, being outside is very good um, for everything. I mean, you get good air, you get, you know, actual circulation moving around, all of that. Um, it's very good for you to be outside. There's all sorts of good stuff outside. Oh, yeah, Dawn. She says, I have all the full spectrum hydroponics lights, feel like bright sun, but it's not the same. Yeah, I could see that. And they're bright purple, right? You have the purple ones? Or no, they're white, right? Yeah, I think they're white if they're full. Yeah, but they're bright. Those lights are. Um, Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to be setting up my seed starting stuff. I did leave my lights at a neighbor's house because I didn't have room. So I'm going to be driving down through there. I want to go to the Heirloom Expo. And so I'm like, can I pick these up in 3 weeks? And she said yes. So I gotta pick them up though. Yeah. Dawn says mine are all white. Well, they have white, blue, yellow. I think red is in them. Yeah, that makes sense. Eric says, I'm going to stand outside for a while. If anyone asks where I'm at, just tell them I'm outstanding. Yep. Well, so much for my chin, huh? I gotta sit up straight. Where's the hill? It's almost on the hill. Anyway. Yeah. So, what does everybody have going on between now and Quail and Homesteading Convention? Because that's what needs to happen, right? I'm hoping to continue to unpack the kitchen a little bit, and then I don't know, maybe I'll continue scrubbing the bedroom and priming it. Maybe painting. I don't know. I don't want to commit too much in the next, what is that, week and a half? Yeah, probably nothing is probably what it will be. Well, I'll do the kitchen stuff. I reorganized my spice cabinet. My mom was nice enough to unpack a lot of my kitchen while I was unpacking the U-Haul, and so I reorganized some things, and yeah, I think it's good to go now. Good to know. Good to go. Steve says, I have so much to do and so little time to do it. Hey, I understand this, Steve. PJ says, processing quail, baking cookies, packing trailer. That's right, you guys are camping, huh? Oh, Ed says, I was sitting in my recliner. At least it's comfy, right? Oh, Dawn has doctor's tests and surgery right when QuailCon ends. I'm trying to stay home long enough to cook freezer food for after surgery. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What is the anticipated recovery time for you, Dawn, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah. Verna, we don't want to make that a plan. She says, I will continue to stress out while waiting for news. Yep, I get it. JJ says, moms rock. Absolutely. Absolutely. Moms and dads. I don't know if my dad's still on here. Eric says, I'm going to set time out for out of state relatives. What? Going to set time. I don't know what that means. I'm missing it. Oh, wow, Verna. Well, hopefully good things happen on Wednesday. Oh, wow. JJ, you're painting 2 houses now. Why are you painting 2 houses? That is tiring. Inside or outside? Okay, Dawn says recovery will be a year or more for me. It's going to be very slow. That makes sense. You're very complicated. Oh, man. Eric says, I'm still in recovery. It's almost in 3 years. Yeah. Yeah, I know recovery can be different for different situations and for different people, for sure. Yeah. Steve is processing quail, running electricity, and repacking the truck. What are you running electricity to? What's going on with this? Did your freeze dryer business blow up? Get big? You need another freeze dryer? Your candy business? Putting those kids to work? That would be a good fundraiser for them. If they're like trying to earn money, you could say, hey, this is your business now. Yeah. Oh, JJ says inside his and her houses. We don't need two houses. Got it. Got it. Got it. Orlando's here. Hello to everyone. Hello, Orlando. Hopefully you're doing good. Oh, yay. The sun is starting to set. There's a hill over there, so it's starting to set. We'll get this glare off here soon. Oh, boy. Welcome. Orlando, are you coming to Quail and Homesteading Con? Oh, Eric says, I'm setting my time to be available to aunts and uncles who are visiting Southern California. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Steve says, converted the garage to a bedroom and living room so we can turn the old living into 2 more bedrooms. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, good job. Good job on doing that yourself. That's awesome. I think you have background in that, right? Or am I remembering wrong? Oh, Eric says he just arrived a few days ago and are on a cruise. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they come back healthy. and in good and happiness. Orlando's not coming to Quail and Homesteading Con. That is so sad. That is so sad. Hopefully you're able to make it one of these days. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a good group of people. It's a lot of fun. And it's expanding this year. I don't know, Steve, are there any tickets even left? Do you know? There are very few tickets left last time I heard, which was yesterday. But yeah, there's either no tickets or there's very few tickets left, I think. Yeah. Dawn says, time for me to go do PT. The good thing is, when I get the first surgery, this PT ends for a new kind. This is getting old. Dawn, just switch it up. Switch it up. Good luck. Good luck. Steve says there are 4 tickets left for the event. Awesome. 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 And camping tickets are sold out. Yeah, Verna said there was 3 yesterday. I think there was 3, and then some people couldn't make it, and so Zach was going to put it online. So anyway, up to 4. So we're down to 4. That's pretty good. Good night, Dawn, and good luck. Yeah, so Eric had multiple strokes. But you're doing good with walking, right? Weren't you doing good for a little bit? Hopefully you're still doing good. Yeah, JJ sends hugs to Dawn. I think we can all send hugs to Dawn. Steve. He must have tweaked it. I think I don't know. He said yesterday that there were some that he needed to put back on. I'm just wondering if that maybe happened today or not. But yeah, it's good. It's almost sold out. Camping sold out. So that's really good. Yeah. Hey, we don't have sun. We don't have sun. We're done with the glaring. Yeah. Good night, Dawn. So something I have to get used to here is the sun comes up over there. There's a big mountain that way. My mountain. And it's like the sun morning starts later. Does that make sense? Morning starts later. But the people on the road start the regular time or early. The road out here is a lot more used than I thought was. And so there's especially a lot of logging trucks, so I have to get used to that. I don't have highway sounds, but I do have, there's a lot of, truck noises from just log trucks, and that can be early in the morning, which kind of sucks, but I'll get used to it. I'm thinking about putting a fountain outside the bedroom window. I think that might be helpful. Little sound therapy, but that's going to come later if it comes. Yeah. Eric says, yes, I almost feel comfortable walking without my cane, but won't try it yet and waiting to schedule physical therapy to get stronger. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't push yourself, but don't, not too far. I'm glad that that is coming along for you, because that, I know you've been working on that a long time. Yeah. JJ says a friend's dog has Lyme's disease. They don't know if they got it from New York or Ohio. So y'all be careful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, nothing wrong with a cane. I agree, JJ. Yeah, Lyme's disease can be kind of scary. I didn't know much about it. I knew it was bad. I knew it was, caused some issues, but I didn't realize how much of a neurological problem it can be. Until I worked for the what is it called? The Forbes Biological Center in Havana, Illinois. And I had an hour 15-minute drive to work, an hour 15-minute drive back from work. And that was a long drive, and I listened to nearly every audio tape the library had to offer. And one of the things I listened to was Amy Tan of the Joy Luck Club. She did an autobiography, and she actually reads it, so that's, it's nice because it's her. And she has Lyme's disease, and so it actually got to the point with her that she would see people and hear people that were not in the room, which I think would be very creepy. And so she has a service dog which lets her know if there's actually someone in the room, to let her know she should ignore these people or if they're real. And I did not realize that Lyme's disease can get that, can affect people that way. And I just think that would be really freaky to see people that are not really there. She has a very interesting autobiography. If you're ever interested, listen to the audiobook or read it. And yeah, very interesting. PJ says, that's why I raise guinea fowl. Yep. I heard a turkey. I heard some turkeys the other day. I don't know if they were somebody's turkeys or if they were wild turkeys. Wild turkeys in this part of the United States are not actually native. They're native to the Midwest, but they're not native all the way out here. I know in California, they were put there by California Department of Fish and Wildlife. They didn't need to put them there, but they did. I don't know if they are in Oregon in that same respect, like naturalized or not, or if they were just somebody's turkeys that they are having. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah. JJ says, yes, it can get into the brain. Good to use teasel root along with doxy. I don't know doxy. Let me look that up. Let's see. Are you talking about doxycycline? Like the medicine? Yeah. I know it can be treated pretty efficiently if it's caught in time. I also know that not every infection comes with a red bullseye, which can be problematic. Yeah. JJ says many patients that have died with Parkinson's, MS, and similar diseases have been found with Lyme disease in the brain. Okay. Yeah, it's an antibiotic. Okay. That makes sense. Steve says wild turkeys were introduced to Oregon in 1961. But are they here in Douglas County? I don't know. They sounded like, I mean, I don't know that the wild turkeys sound any different than domesticated turkeys. I heard turkeys. Yeah. Eric says, I just bought a turkey at Walmart. When I got home, I discovered it smells foul. There's a reason that word is associated with birds. Okay, JJ says Teasel pulls it out of the tissues, brain, heart, etc. Doxy kills it in the bloodstream. Okay. Okay. I know there are ticks here. Ticks are not something I grew up with. Ticks are not something I grew up with. I remember, I think one summer my brother had one on his head, but we're like, what the heck? Because the high desert doesn't have many ticks. Apparently there's some. And then whenever we went camping, we always had to be careful about that. But really, there wasn't. Good night, PJ. Really, it wasn't like, a really big thing. Then I went to the Midwest and learned what ticks really are all about. Man, you guys love your ticks, or the ticks love you. And then when I did my master's research in California, I was in the grasslands and doing surveys in grasslands. And when I would get back, I would put all my clothes in the middle of the bathroom, come back a little while and see who was crawling out and squash them. Like that's, I had a system. Really creepy though when you are driving and you see a tick crawling up on the area between the window and the windshield. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Yeah. All right. First hunting season was 1989 in Oregon, according to Steve. Best turkey habitat is in southwestern Oregon. The populations are increasing in the Willamette Valley and east side of the state. So I guess I'm in southwestern Oregon. Yeah, I'm in southwestern Oregon. There we go. Steve says, night, PJ, go make my cookies. Steve says, what do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both parasites. Ooh, bad. Yeah. Yeah. Ticks are actually, if they didn't like want to suck your blood, they have fantastic, interesting anatomy that they can, start this big and then just balloon up to like, not literally this big, but if a tick was this big, it's going to balloon up to like that big and be able to retract that too. Pretty crazy. Little armored guys and gals. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So nobody's got other things going on, huh? No questions tonight? We're not used to doing the lives, are we? Yeah. I expect that there's lots of things that need to happen between now and QuailCon, but probably only some of it will get done. I need to finish up things with Linda to get that out and available to you guys. The Raising Quail and Aviaries course is going to be available to you guys starting at QuailCon, if not before. So I know Linda and I talked about releasing it a little before, but it might just happen at QuailCon. So yeah, that's going to be available to you guys at that point, and we'll come from there. Verna asks, do you miss your quail? Yeah, I haven't had that much time with them, even when I had them the last couple months. I've been doing minimal stuff, which is kind of sad. Uh, but w- when I gave away the Egyptian fees, when I gave them to my friend, there was a lady who was broody, and the eggs were almost ready to hatch. And he put them in his incubator, and unfortunately, the humidity was not high enough on his incubator, so they didn't hatch. But it was nice to see her through the broodiness, and that she gained a helper too. They moved the whole nest. When I came up here one weekend, they moved the whole nest like over probably about 8 inches, and of course everybody laid under her, and then she gained a helper, and there were two laying on this nest, and they actually had quite a bit that were going to be hatching, but we had to move them, so that was sad. But it's always exciting to see the broody ones and just observe their behavior. The thing I like about quail is that they do have these individualities, and they have their own little personalities, and their behavior is very unique. And so I just think that's fun. So, yeah. JJ says, deep in the hollows of Appalachians, there were children with ticks all in their hair. We spent a lot of time pulling them. Uh, those ticks were full and very big. Wow. Wow. Yeah. JJ says it was hard. It was sad to see, but those kids never got sick. Wow. So I don't know the situation the kids were in, but hopefully they found a better situation. I guess that's what I would say. Eric says, serious question. If I use a stud finder and forget to up put it up to my chest and make it beep, do I lose my dad status? Your dad jokes? I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think that's revocable. Yeah, Verna, you miss your animals? Yeah, yeah. They they do bring something special, don't they? Um, so Penne, she's the one with half a foot, that she was born with half a foot. Um, she started um yesterday. So Penne and Percy have started to really shed a lot. Um, Rigatoni is starting to shed too, so it's getting into their shedding season. But the two of them are just shedding a lot, and of course Percy comes up for everything, and I help him out. But Penne, as you guys recall, she's one of the two that was destined to be meat, and then her mom died, and I saved both of them as breeders, just basically to fill a spot. And so I did not have that early bonding time that I had with Ravioli and Rigatoni. So she's always been kind of a little like, I don't really want you to touch me. But I've been trying to pet her every day a little bit. And yesterday, she figured out that if I scratch her on her, like, on her haunches, kind of, that feels good. And man, she must be itching with all this fur coming off of her. So hopefully, I'll be making a friend out of her. Um, yeah, yeah. Dad status based on belly? Steve, I think he's talking about his dad joke status. Yeah. Oh, JJ says the state was too afraid to go in there, so they sent me and a few others. Eventually, we got them into schools, closed food. That was like 40 years ago, so most don't go unnoticed anymore. Wow. Wow, JJ, that is big. I'm glad you're there to help. Glad you were there to help, for sure. Yeah. You're a good person, JJ. Yeah. Well, the sun is down. It's funny. The sun goes down just because there's like a ridge of hill there, and it doesn't actually get dark when the sun goes down for a while because the sun hasn't actually gone down over the next ridge, you know? It's kind of funny. Sometimes you do something right, JJ. I think you do things right a lot. Yeah, I think so. Oh boy. Well, guys, I am thinking we might be running out of topic right now. Um, so unless we have things to talk about, you guys have questions or topics you want to talk about, we might be signing off early today, which is okay. we can nap some. Yeah. All right. Thank you for moderating, Verna. Everyone have a blessed day. I have to run, she says. Thank you, Verna. All right. Either people are typing or they're sleepy. I don't know. I'm tired. All right. Steve says I have a few girls that want fresh food too. Good, good. I fed the bunnies before I came down. Before I came. Yeah. Eric says, but after buying my limousine, I couldn't afford a driver, all that money, and nothing to chauffeur it. She says, good night, everyone. Great to see everyone. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off then. Thank you for joining me for my first official live from me officially living here. And I hope you continue to enjoy content. Yeah, we're going to have some good stuff here. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And we will see you next week right back here. I might be in a different place, maybe a place that doesn't blind me. But we will see you back here next Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And have a wonderful night.